Hi, welcome to this week's G.I. Joe Toy Review, where we'll be looking at the Frag-Viper as we continue with week number 3 of Viper Month. Viper Month Part 5. Hard to believe I'm doing another Viper Month. But yes, it's still good. I love Viper Months. Viper Month is awesome. But before we get to the Frag-Viper, which is part of the Nautical Fire box set for Night Force. But before we get to the Frag-Viper here, we're going to be doing our special shout-outs to Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street here in lovely Winchester, Virginia, where you can go and get them checked out and all that other and so forth, so on and so forth. So please do check them out. You can get all your video game needs from the Atari and all the current systems, games to go along with each system. So please do check them out. This is a great place to do it. They also got Funko Pops and comic books and all other forms of media. So definitely check them out. And while you're in that neighborhood, go over to Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles, where you can get all your G.I. Joe needs. Unfortunately, I got this guy from eBay, like I did last week's figure, as well as next week's figure I got from eBay, but that's beside the point. But we're talking about Time Travelers. Time Travelers, you can get G.I. Joe and Transformers and a whole bunch of other stuff. So definitely go ahead and check them out. And you can go to 4-Color Fantasies for all your comic book needs. So definitely go ahead and check them out. You get IDW, Marvel, and DC, all points in between. So go ahead and check them out. It's a good place to go and check out and get comic books. So while you're in the neighborhood, you can also go over to 133 West Boscawen Street, Suite number 10, to Healing Grace Counseling Services and see Dr. Robert C. Brown. And for all your counseling needs. If Healing Grace isn't your thing, you can go to Northwestern Community Services on Front Royal Pike and check them out. They got good services and offer good services, so definitely check them out. And if you need a bank and you're in the Winchester, Clark County area, I highly suggest go to Bank of Clark County. They're a good bank. I've been with them since 2018. They can handle all your banking needs and whatnot. But that's our shout-outs of the week. So let's go ahead and check out Frag-Viper. Starting with the file card where it says Cobra Grenadiers, codename Frag-Viper. As you can see, a picture of the buff Frag-Viper. Unfortunately, the Frag-Viper doesn't look as buff. You know, you see his allegiances with Cobra. And it says file name Various, because he's an army builder. Primary military specialty, grenade assault operations. Secondary military specialty, explosive ordnance. Birthplace is Various. And it says, as an integral part of the Cobra demolitions team, the Frag-Vipers can toss high explosive fragmentation grenades with all the range and accuracy of a M79 or M-203 grenade launcher, but without the noise and the muzzle blast, from the muzzle blast. The secret lies in the manual hurling bucket based on the cesta used in the Bronx sport of, I'm gonna butcher this, JLA. The Frag-Viper's cesta is equipped with an automatic feed, variable time fuse, grenades with a computer link to the helmet's automatic rangefinder. Their insect-like goggles contain electro-optical image intensifiers that provides both infrared and night vision capabilities to locate targets wherever they may hide. The Frag-Vipers carry a 50-round magazine with an automatic feeder and can deliver 15 rounds per minute. They follow the technical guidance of Cobra's lethal of Cobra Letel and have become so efficient and stealthy that their enemies never know where their attacks are coming from. Then there's a quote at the bottom, I guess it's from a Frag-Viper, where it says, "We only have fun when things get blown up into tiny bits." So that's really interesting. It talks a lot about the Frag-Viper. He is in a lot of the old Marvel Run comics, or quite a few, especially when they're trying to take over the Castle Destro, or the Silent Castle. And he was in the Deke animated series. But the Frag-Viper is pretty cool, so let's take a look at his accessories, starting with his figure stand. Upraised Cobra logo. Codename Frag-Vipers on the front. And he also comes with a little knife, as well as a little pistol. He also comes with an assault rifle that we've seen many and many a times. And this is the armpits thing that they were talking about in the file card that the grenades could throw in. He did come with 2 tiny grenades, but I misplaced them in my move. But, you know, still all cool. And this is the backpack and the tube. I guess the tube is where the grenades go into the nozzle thingy here. The hose is detachable, but he's got a little 3-page for something else. All these little grenades right there. So let's take a look at the Frag-Viper himself, with his big gray metal helmet with the little black thing right there on the side. On both sides, he does look like he's all bugged out in the helmet. You know, he's got the blue for the shoulder going around on the sides. He's got the black gloves, black boots, and the rest of his uniform is this ugly dookie brown color, which is actually the same color as the worms, as I did a while back. Same color brown. Ugly as sin. I don't like this brown. I think it's ugly. But his articulation, head rotates 360. You may have to move the little shoulder thing just to get it. Get that little female dress thing going. His arm does raise to about here. Rotates the full 360. Bends at the elbow. Rotates at the elbow. Rotates at the wrist. Oh, and a nice little feature I almost forgot. He does have a crossbow molded onto his forearm there on this arm, on the left arm. You know, the little blue thing. He does have the ab crunch, which you can notably see. There's his knife sleeve on that leg. His gun holster on that leg with blue straps holding him onto his thighs. You know, he does have his double knee joint. And he can do these splits. You know, that's pretty sweet. He could get all the way down from the splits. I could never do it. He also has his ankle tiltage, as well as his ankle could go all the way around. And it could go side to side, which is pretty cool. So let's look at him all geared up. So here's the Frag-Viper all geared up. The hose has a hard time staying on the grenade launcher, but that's alright. You know, this guy is a pretty cool looking figure. Like I said, he came with the Nautical Fire box set for Night Force. But I'm glad to have this guy. He's a good looking figure. I mean, he could do without that ugly brown look. In the uniform, the ugly brown uniform. You know, Dookie brown just isn't a good color, whether you're Cobra or Joe. You can't really get away from it. That color is just god-awful ugly. But this has been the Frag-Viper. Check out the vintage versions of the Frag-Viper on Hooded Cobra Commander 788, Forum BX257, Joe Motion Videos. Half the Battle with Timmer, I think, does a Frag-Viper. review. Go ahead and check all them out. You could check out Joe Fade 82, Sanitarium Productions, whoever does figures of this guy. You can check them out. So go feel free to check them out. Most of them that do this guy in the modern era does the whole box of the Nocturnal Fire set. So you have to watch the whole video just to see Frag-Viper. But he's there. So go ahead and check him out. This has been the Frag-Viper, and as for Cobra Island, now you know, and knowing is head to battle. Tune in next week as we do a Sonic Fighters Viper. So we'll see you in the next one.